Welcome to the DJ and Stafford radio show. The date is Friday, December 16th, 2022. We got a packed show. Today's show will be discussing MLB free agency and the biggest moves throughout the league during the offseason.
We are recording from beautiful Cambridge, Massachusetts, and we've got a lot to talk about because this MLB free agency offseason has been incredible. Incredible.
It's been very, very strange. Very strange.
It has. Yeah.
It's been... there's so much money in this sport, even though people say it's a dying sport. I mean, you could make a case or not a case, but there's so much money being thrown around. It's crazy.
The money just keeps increasing, honestly. These contracts are getting so huge. If you want to play a sport to make money, it seems like baseball is the way to go in terms of American sports.
Yeah, that's why I was always like, me and my friends were arguing, like, Kyler Murray. Kyler Murray. What was he, the 8th overall pick in the draft, right?
Something, yeah, I believe he was.
So like, something like that, and they were making a big case, like, should he stay with football? Should he stay with baseball? I mean, first of all, you can have a much longer career at baseball. It's just without a doubt.
Mm-hmm. I think an advantage to going into football is that you get the contract immediately.
You do get the quarterback contract, yes.
But you also get a huge signing bonus in baseball. So it's very tough to decide.
That's why I think it was a very tough decision. Obviously, he picked football, but we're not here to talk Kyler Murray and his baseball career, what could have been.
Yeah.
We're here to talk about the big signings, and I mean, we could talk about the biggest one, Aaron Judge, obviously.
Congratulations.
It's weird because I'm happy. Obviously, I'm happy.
Mm-hmm.
We got our boy back, and he's going to be a Yankee for life because he's 30 years old and it's a 9-year contract, so when he's 39. I doubt... Actually, you never know in baseball because baseball, you could be playing in your 40s, man.
It's way more possible in baseball than it is in pretty much any other major sport in America, to be honest.
And like we were saying, the prime of a baseball player is around 30 to 33.
Yeah, something like that.
Like, you're not... Because these... If you're coming right out of college or right out of high school, unless you're Bryce Harper or Mike Trout, then you're not gonna be playing the majors until you're like at least 24.
And even then, that's a little early.
That is a little early. That's why like when you have these young players,
Wander Franco,
who's 20 years old.
That's incredible.
Yeah, he's a real
unheard
deal.
of.
Yeah, he's a real deal. He's really good. But that's what I mean.
Or Bryce Harper, I think he made his debut.
18.
18. I thought it was 19.
18 or 19. I don't know. It was right after high school.
He's
he
a
played.
Teenager.
Yeah, he was a teenager. It was crazy young, and I think Mike Trout as well.
Yeah.
Maybe he was like 20.
I think he spent like a little bit of time in AA and then just got called up like right away.
Straight from AA.
Straight
from
AA.
He didn't go to AAA.
No, he didn't go do AAA. It depends on the farm system. Some squads they don't have you go through AAA. You go straight from AA to the majors.
Yeah. But Yankees get Judge back. It's weird to say because we signed him.
At a very high cost.
I think we had to, though. We had to. And
every club had to. So.
If you look at these contracts, and that's why the contract doesn't look as bad as it is. So Aaron Judge, they signed him for 9 years, $360 million. If I do the quick math, what is that, $27 million per year?
I believe a little under $30 million.
No, $30 million per year, which obviously it's the third highest salary behind Mookie Betts and Mike Trout, which obviously Mookie Betts and Mike Trout probably 1-2 best players in baseball. How many years is it? $360 million divided that by 9.
9. It says 40.
40
million.
Okay, all right. So wow, I was totally off. 40 million.
Yeah. So that's a lot of money every year.
Well, it's a lot of money, but I'm gonna say right now, you can look at all the contracts that were given out. Even though Judge was given the most money, that's
the highest per year in baseball.
Yes, more than Mike Trout. But Mike Trout's and Mookie Betts is 12 years, and Carlos Correa is getting 13 years. Carlos Correa, that's another. We could talk about that. 13 years. First of all, he's 29 years old, so he's gonna be what? He's gonna be 41, 42.
Yeah.
By the end of that career, and I don't know why are teams doing this. I know why the Giants did it because they couldn't get Judge. They wanted to get Judge, and they struck out on that. No pun intended. And they had to sign, I guess, a big free agent just to get some butts in the seats. But I mean, no one's really gonna be watching Carlos Correa. Let's be honest. He's a good player. He's not what he used to be, but no one's gonna be like, yeah, Carlos Correa is playing today, so let's go to the ballpark. Like he's not. It's not a Judge, not a Mike Trout, not a Mookie Betts.
Big name, but yes, there are a lot more bigger names in the sport.
I think they gave him way too much, but I don't know why teams are doing this. We look at other contracts.
I'd really be interested because you never see contracts over 10 years in any other sport, really. I think the maximum that you see in other sports is like maybe 7 years, honestly.
7 years?
Yeah.
I'm trying to... even in soccer, it's not like...
Even in soccer,
it's like 5 years is a lot.
5 years is a really long contract. You know, and most of the time, especially if you're in your 30s, you see 2-year contracts. Not Aaron Judge getting 9 years when he's 30 years old.
Yeah, or Bogarts, who's 30, he got 11 years.
Got 11 years as a 30-year-old.
With the Padres, they're going all out.
Mm-hmm.
They're going all out. They traded for Soto.
I swear to God, they're doing something shady.
Yeah, I don't know where's this money coming from. Like a team like the Padres.
I need to know. I don't know.
They're going to be over the luxury tax. I think so. I know the Mets will be, and the Mets make sense because they just got the new owner, Steve Cohen, Uncle Steve, as Met fans, one of my friends call him that. And the Mets don't care, and Steve Cohen does not care. They're giving money left and right, and they just gave Jacob DeGrom left them. The Rangers got him, the Texas Rangers, which that was. I think the Rangers needed to get someone because they have money. The Texas Rangers, they got big oil money.
They spend a lot, but
they spend it wrongly though.
Yeah, they do.
Like they don't get the right players. They're just not a good team.
Well, I guess we can start off by going through some of the free agent signings and saying what we think of them. Obviously, Aaron Judge, we've already given our opinion.
I think it's like a B+. Like you needed to do that. You overpaid, but I think as we talk later, what do you think? Like the Juan Soto contracts later, or
those last few years are going to be tough though on Aaron Judge's
contract. No, they're going to be tough. And but everyone's going to eat the last 2 years. Last 2, 3s, I don't think so.
Even Judge, it's like the last 4 or 5 years are going to be tough, especially a player at his height and weight.
We'll see. You're right, and he doesn't have an injury history. No. But I just think Yankees said, look, he's going to be a Yankee forever. He's going to be in probably, I don't know if he's going to the Hall of Fame, but he's probably going to be a Yankee legend. He's going to be a Yankee legend. And I still think he's still going to hit like 40 home runs the next 4 or 5 years. Like that's still crazy. That's like he's still going to be hitting 40 home runs. We needed to sign him. We just needed to. It was a deal that needed to be done, and obviously we're happy. But it's kind of like, all right, I expected this to happen, and we should have got him. I did really at some point think the Giants were going to get him.
I think everyone did. For that one day.
Yeah, for that one day. I think it was a good sign. I think it was give it like a B grade, B+.
That's kind of the hit that you have to take to get a lot of these big players.
Yeah.
Though. You just got to sign them with huge length, and then you're going to be biting those last few years on them. But
it's like with the Moneyball philosophy. It was like basically, if you look at all these contracts, they're all overpaying for all these players. You just got to overpay if you want to get the man. Like we could look at another one. Justin Verlander, 2-year deal to the Mets, which he's 39. He's gonna be 40, I think, by next season.
41. We'll see. He's still been very good.
He just won the Cy Young.
Yeah.
He's in the playoffs. He's always been like okay. He's always been good, nothing great, but he's been a two-headed monster. Him and Scherzer for the Mets. Which,
oh yeah.
Which is a very good two-headed monster. But we saw last year.
The Mets can have good pitching, but still will struggle.
I think their bats are more worried, but their thing is turn around on the Mets are going to try to win the World Series. They are trying to win the World Series. I think they're going to be competing one. Maybe in
their best hitter is Francisco Lindor, which is not really. I mean, I love Francisco Lindor, but
I think their big issues are bullpen. I think they just re-signed Edwin Diaz as their closer, but overall, I think that's their biggest issue.
Yeah,
I think their bullpen and I think their bats. Well, the bats didn't show up against the Padres.
Mm-hmm. Well, all right. Well, now you want to talk about the Yankees. Now we're going to unfortunately talk about the Red Sox and the losses.
What are they doing?
What
are they doing?
Well, we lost Xander Bogaerts, which is really bad. I'm not so upset that he left. It's more like I kind of wish, looking in hindsight, I wish we got rid of him last year.
I think you guys could have signed him for. You guys could have signed him for a cheaper deal, and I think maybe it would have stayed. I think you like Boston, but like first of all, I do agree. I think 11 years. Bogaerts is a very good player, but 11 years.
Well, he led the league in batting average last year.
He did. It was him and Judge were like.
Yeah, so you got. I mean, if Judge hadn't been walked so much, that would not have been the case. But even if you're first or second,
okay, but he's a very good. He's a very good player.
You deserve a huge contract.
You deserve a huge contract, but first of all. What are you guys doing? I like the signing of the Japanese player you guys got.
Yeah. Well, that's the one that I'm most excited about.
I'm very excited for Butler. I want the Yankees to get him. He does not have a good arm in left field.
No.
Does not have a good arm.
What I got to say, we tried re-signing Jackie Bradley Jr. To our team last year, and he's someone who is incredible defensively. Like, he can save runs, but he'll never bat above 200 in a season.
But first, that's a problem. You got to be batting over 200. I know batting average is like a...
That's what teams risk with someone like Jackie Bradley Jr., just to be able to save runs. This time, we're getting an outfielder who will get on base, and he's not going to be saving runs.
We don't know. That's something not guaranteed. He led the Japanese league in batting average. He's he's a crazy bat, and his power's okay. I think he hit like 14 or 15 home runs, and by the way, in the Japanese league, like it's not. There's no one's hitting 62 home runs like Judge or 70 like Bonds.
Yes.
Like I think the most home runs in the Japanese league was by the they called him the Babe Ruth of the Japanese league. I think the most is like 40 something. Like it's really not as much. Like it's not that much power.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I like the Red Sox, the guys you got, the Japanese player, but you let Bogarts go, which was.
I think that's what I was saying. The biggest thing about that is that we kept him for another year, and we got last in the division. And so in hindsight, I think I wish we kind of let go of him earlier so that we could have gotten something from
like the Mookie Betts trade.
Maybe a prospect or a draft pick.
By the way, I don't know. Do you know any of the prospects from that trade are good or playing or like?
From the Mookie Betts trade, I actually am unaware. I
know the whole reason you guys traded Mookie Betts because you knew you weren't going to sign him, which is good management. But the only thing is, as a kid, obviously Boston it's not a huge market. It is a big market. It's not in New York or L.A. or Chicago. But why are you guys acting like you don't have money? I don't understand what's going on.
We should have money, but John Henry has always been very stingy with money, and also since he owned Liverpool as well, a lot of money was going to Liverpool, and I think people in Boston were kind of upset about that.
No, I would be because I mean you guys are a historic franchise. You guys just are.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm looking at it that when they traded Mookie Betts, none of the prospects are really playing out that well. We have good prospects, but all those came from the draft, our draft picks.
Yeah.
When we got like Marcelo Meyer and Tristan Casas, who are doing very, very well, those came from the draft, not necessarily the trades. But anyways, we can move on from the Red Sox for now. And Jacob DeGrom.
I'm just saying before we get off the Red Sox.
Yeah.
I mean, guys might be less in the division.
Oh, it's gonna
be the Yanks. It's gonna be us and the Blue Jays competing for first place. And the Rays are always gonna be decent. They're always gonna be like just picking around. Maybe like they won like 80 games. Mm-hmm. Last year the Rays, if I'm not mistaken, they made the playoffs. They won 86 games.
It's between us and the Orioles for who gets last.
The Orioles are looking. They got a really. I love their core. They got a nice team.
Their farm system, because of all the low draft picks, is insane. They got so many high prospects.
I think they're gonna be really good for I'm telling you right now, 3 years they're gonna be really good.
I don't know. Their ownership is a bit shaky. You never know.
No, always, yeah. But I like their young players. I like the young players.
Some very good young players,
and they're playing really well. They had so many first overall picks, so I mean they really should be.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so I think it's gonna be the American League East. It's always a tough division when you have the Yankees, Red Sox, but I think the Blue Jays look really good as well.
Cedric Mullins is definitely the Orioles' best player. He's going to be he's been doing very, very well for them.
Yeah, he has.
Mm-hmm. But moving on to Jacob DeGrom, what do we think about that?
Clearly, he didn't want to stay in New York. Clearly, some people don't like the bright lights and being in the big city and with all the media coverage around you. He didn't like it. He wanted to leave. I think the Mets maybe tried. I think they tried to offer him some deal, but I
believe that they did. But at the end of the day, he wanted to leave.
He wanted some money. First of all, he just never stays healthy. If he does stay healthy, he is the best pitcher in baseball.
He's one of the best pitchers of all time, and he's definitely the best pitcher in baseball right now.
But if he's healthy, no. But you got to say with the asterisks, if he's healthy. Yeah. And he hasn't been healthy for forever. I don't know when was the last time.
So long.
I don't know when was the last time he was fully healthy. Like, he obviously played in the playoffs.
Yeah, he did.
Like, the whole season, he never played.
Mm-hmm. And even if he is healthy, I got to say, having one elite starting pitcher is never enough.
But first of all, baseball is such a team sport. You need a lineup, you need a bullpen.
You see that with the Angels, Shohei Ohtani, how much he pitches.
And Mike Trout. That's crazy, by the way. We can get the Angels in a little bit, but that's just the best player in baseball right now in our generation, Mike Trout, by far. If you look at his stats, last year he hit 40 home runs.
Definitely.
And he missed 50 games. It's insane.
Mm-hmm.
Mike Trout's the best player in baseball, not even a question. Mm-hmm. And you have the most exciting player in baseball, Shohei Ohtani, who it's just so much fun to watch him play.
He's elite as a power hitter, and he's elite as a pitcher as well. And we haven't seen that since Babe Ruth.
And they haven't made the playoffs.
Yeah.
And they probably won't.
But you see that Shohei Ohtani, even how good he is at pitching, he's winning the majority of their games. The Angels still can't make the playoffs. So
first of all, their division is very tough.
Yeah, but it is a tough division, but they're not even coming close. They're not even getting close.
No, but they won 73 games last year. They were very good in the beginning of the season. I remember they were really hot. Mm-hmm. People were like, oh, maybe they're turning it around finally.
No.
And then they were in a big slump. I think they lost 10 games in a row, something crazy like that. And then just went back to their normal ways. You have great nights from Trout and Ohtani, but it's just not good enough. And I really wonder,
But that's what I'm saying. You can have one good starting pitcher, and you'll get some guaranteed wins here and there because of that. Because they're gonna barely give up any runs. But that's not gonna be enough to get you into the playoffs. You need a really good squad of bullpen and your starting pitchers. And the Rangers right now have one. They got one, Jacob DeGrom, who's very shaky and hardly stays healthy, and they're paying a lot of money for him. So I love Jacob DeGrom. He's going to do great for them as long as he stays healthy.
Yeah, and they got Corey Seager, but first of all, Seager hasn't been playing the way he has been.
No, he
He got the bag from Texas, but I think they're gonna obviously gonna get better. If you add Jacob deGrom, if he does stay healthy, he's gonna help you win. But
do you put Rangers in playoff contention?
No,
I don't either.
I think they will. We'll see how many games did they win last year.
Mariners and Astros are still very, very strong, especially the Astros, who have not stopped spending.
No, I love the Mariners, by the way. They have a great young core as well. They do, and I like their pitching. I think they need to fix their bullpen.
Their defense is also very good.
Yeah,
the Mariners' defense in general.
I like the Mariners a lot. I think it's to be honest the same teams. I think Houston and Seattle makes out of there, and then the Rangers, I guess they jump the Angels, but Oakland's just God. They just traded Sean Murphy.
They traded Sean Murphy away.
I think they are trying not to win. Seriously,
they're making money, and that's enough for them. They're still
crazy.
Stuck in Oakland in that crappy stadium.
I don't know how the MLB lets them get away with this. I don't understand.
Look, we just gotta hope that they move to Las Vegas
sooner rather than later. I was talking to my uncle who lives in, I was talking to him too. It was like, even if they move to Las Vegas, like, are they gonna spend? They should, because first of all, the taxes are gonna be cheaper than California, and and guess and all that stuff. But are they gonna spend in Las Vegas? Because if they don't, then why are you even moving to Las Vegas?
I'll believe it when I see it. But what I see right now is that they get a good player and then they trade him away.
Or they're just letting him on Matt Chapman. I mean, they let all their good players, and they made the playoffs. I think 2 years ago.
Oh yeah, they did make the playoffs 2 years ago.
Well, I know the Yankees. We beat
surprisingly
them
they made it actually
here and there. But yeah, it's they're literally just not trying.
But we can move on to Carlos Correa. And that move that we had happen.
Well, yeah, we were just saying, like, I think the Giants missed out on Judge, so they're like, all right, let's try to get one of the top players is free agency.
I'm not gonna lie, that's going from Judge to Correa. It's a pretty big downgrade.
That's a big downgrade.
I'm gonna be straight up. Carlos
he had
Correa.
An okay year for the Twins. Like, he was okay.
Yeah, Carlos Correa is really good, but a 13-year deal. Oh my God, that's just an L of a trade, to be honest. I'm not gonna lie.
No, 13 years is ridiculous. 13 years, $350
million. He's getting paid $26 million a year. I know he's a big name in the sport, but come on, that's such a huge contract.
It's 4 years more than Judge, and I know he's younger, but like it's crazy. That's 13 years. That's look, it's not Tatis 14 years, but that's crazy.
We can move. But speaking of Tatis, though. Is he going to the Yankees? What's happening there?
He's not. So that was all. First of all, what they like to do in the media is that any agent is very smart. Any agent, anyone just to stir up the pot. They always like to put the Yankees in because we're the biggest team in baseball by far. They're like, let's say like we wanted Carlos Correa as well, and then reports came out later. It's like we did not want him at all. We weren't even trying to. They just kind of just were like putting. It was literally just putting gossip. It's like in middle school when you're young and someone's playing a game of telephone, gossiping. Yeah. That's literally all it is. Just to get more money, just to boost up that salary.
You're gonna say that's not happening?
No, not at all. Not at all. I don't think the Yankees will want to. Obviously, super beyond super talented, but his teammates don't like him. When the whole thing with the PEDs came out, they didn't get his back. They all said, "Yeah, like you were. Come on, man, you should have known." And like they didn't get his back.
You failed 3 in a row.
You failed 3 in a row. His teammates didn't get his back, and I don't think the Yankees want to. They want, like, good characters. No offense. Nothing to Tatis, but, like, he's a big hothead. He always gets injured. He can't play in the field. They move him to shortstop. They move him here. They move him there. Like, he can't. Super talented, though. Beyond talented. And he's going to be a star of the league for a long time. But
he was honestly one of my favorite. He was my favorite player to watch in baseball.
Mine's Ohtani.
Okay, yeah. But until the PEDs came out, then it was tough to say. But this next move I really love. Trey Turner to the Phillies. That is such a good signing for the Phillies.
Very good signing. I mean, where'd the Phillies find this money, too? 11 years? I mean...
Who knows? But they got some really good core. They got Bryce Harper, Nick Castellanos, and now Trey Turner. All players who can get on base very, very well. And Trey Turner, his speed combined with Bryce Harper's hitting, lethal.
They're 2 games away from winning the World Series.
Yeah. Yeah,
they're trying. They're pushing.
And they didn't have they had a really good regular season, but there were so many teams that were better than them. They got hot. They got hot at the right time.
That's what I was saying. You got to get hot at the right time. But I mean, they're gonna have to compete with the Mets and the Braves in their division. So.
That's gonna be such a good division.
Just watch those 3 teams. It's gonna be so much fun.
Keep an eye on those. And the Phillies. I'm honestly with this signing, it's tough to say. I think I tipped them to win it. To be honest.
Really, but the Mets. I love the Mets though.
I just think that the Mets are gonna Met. You know what I mean? They're going to start off. They're going to be top of the division for a while.
Well, by the way, they were top of the division the whole season.
They were.
They for like 155 games. They were top of the division. Then that 4-game series in Atlanta, all they got to do is win 1 out of the 4.
and they couldn't do it.
No, they can't.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Just history tells you something, and the Mets are going to find a way to Met. So I think that the Mets, probably the same thing happens. They eventually choke it to the Phillies towards the end of the season. But the Phillies looking nice now. I just can't get over that core. Bryce Harper, Nick Castellanos, and now Trey Turner. That's so good.
Yeah, the Mets get Verlander, and then they re-signed Nimmo, which I think is very good. 8 years, though. Again, that's like, he's 29.
Mm-hmm.
Brandon Nimmo, and he gets an 8-year deal. That's like, that's the thing. They're going to be, these deals are going to be, like...
That was a very good job to keep the Mets Nimmo on the team.
Nimmo's a very good player. And then, which I was huge signing. I love it. Carlos Rodon to the Yankees.
That's a really good signing, yeah.
I mean, I don't want to say with the best, not best bullpen, the best starting pitchers, but like with a core of Gareth Cole, Rodon, and then Nestor Cortez, and then probably like Severino 4, or you can mix and match.
But those first 3.
Right.
Wow.
And Cortez has been pitching crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So we got 2 lefties with Cortez and Rodon, and then we have a couple of righties, and then just we needed that move. But I think the Yankees we're going to try something big. We're going to try a big trade. I don't know who. I don't know what.
On paper, you win the division. The Blue Jays might.
Blue Jays are going to give us a push, though.
Yeah.
The Blue Jays are going to give us a push.
Mm-hmm. I really, really like the Blue Jays. I really love Bo Bichette on the Blue Jays a lot. I think he's a really quality second baseman.
Guerrero.
Yeah.
Matt Chapman.
It's a really good team. But they're not spending like the Yankees are this offseason.
I mean, they did sign Chris Bassett for a 3-year deal. He's a solid pitcher. He's a solid pitcher.
And the Blue Jays really wanted to add to their starting pitching lineup.
Yeah, which I think their starting pitching was good at, but we always want to get better. That's the thing. Like you win a championship or you're good, you want to get better.
Baseball, the MLB is one of those leagues where no matter how good you do, you have to keep spending.
Yeah.
You have to.
You have to keep spending, keep making moves. You can't just be... You can't be keeping the same thing. You can't be having the same team.
And other news, also Anthony Rizzo, a fantastic keep for the Yankees.
I love him, by the way. He's such a fun player.
I don't like that I love him, but I do.
He's a great player. He's 33, but it was a 2-year deal. Nothing crazy. I don't know in 2 years what we're gonna do, but it's a very good deal.
He's great defensively, and he's great at the
great
plate.
glove, and we also see a lefty bat at Yankee Stadium with that short porch. It's what you need.
You see so many of his home runs go over there, and since it's so short, and he's a great power hitter. Yeah. He can hit it very well.
Kershaw 1-year deal with the Dodgers. I mean, he was gonna stay there. I mean, he's getting up there. He's getting up there. He's 34 now.
He's still one of the best starting pitchers. He's definitely still top 10 in the league when it comes to starting pitchers.
I don't know.
I'd put him top 10.
He's still very good. He's still very good. And the Dodgers, it's crazy to say it. They're not really. They didn't sign anyone big. They didn't sign any of these. And you know what the reports are coming out is? They want to go under the luxury tax. They want to go back under it. And you know what they're waiting for? Next season, you know what they're waiting for?
I think I know what they're waiting for next season.
Shohei
Ohtani, man.
Like, what? How much is Shohei Ohtani going to get? People are saying, I think he's going to ask for over $500 million. He's going to be the first over $500 million contract. The biggest contract is $426 million by the Angels. First, I don't think the Angels, you can't afford 2 players making over $1 billion. You just
I think it'll be crazy if he's not the highest paid player in the league with his new contract.
He has to be.
He will definitely be.
What is he going to be, 28, 29?
He's going to be getting up to 30, I think.
Yeah.
So, but still, he's going to get like a fat, probably 11-year contract, something like that. And
that's why people are saying that, these contracts, they look crazy now. But think about it, first, the salary always goes up every year.
It does.
And let's say in 5 years, what do you think, like, Ohtani's going to be making per year or Juan Soto? Like, what are their contracts going to be? That's why people are saying, like, the Judge deal looks bad now or it looks okay, but it's going to probably look better in, like, 3 years or 2 years. It's probably going to look so much better. He won't be the 3rd highest player in baseball. The Mookie Betts deal. Okay, it's really bad. 12 years, $365 million. Probably in a couple years.
He's delivering, though.
No, he is delivering. Obviously, these players aren't delivering. I don't... Judge just hit 62 homers. Like he's gonna deliver. He's not gonna hit 62. Okay,
no.
Let's be real. Yankee fans, there's gonna be some angry guys. Oh, he's a bum. He's not gonna. He's relaxed.
But that's New York fans for you.
But but we're not satisfied. Yeah, we're never satisfied. We're never satisfied. But I think Ohtani, he's gonna have to 500. Literally, people are saying Bill. That's just stupid. No. But I think it could be in the 500 range. If Mike Trout's getting 426, Mike Trout is a better overall player, but Ohtani, you can brand them more. Because Mike Trout is the best player in baseball. He's so, like, you will see Mike Trout walking down the street. You think anyone's recognized him besides like baseball fans?
Well, I mean, in Los Angeles, definitely.
I don't know. But Ohtani's just so cool. He's just the marketing with the Japanese star, and he could pitch.
All I can hope for is that Ohtani goes to a team where he'll be playing in October. That's why everyone, the casual fan watches baseball in October. That's the only like the guys like, oh, besides my main team, I don't really watch any of their baseball. That's when he should be seen in October. That's what I want from him. I really want him to get off of the Angels. The Angels are not making the playoffs.
They're not, and they are getting new owners and like. But first of all, what a hell of a job you're going to have to do. First thing, you come in, owner, new team. What are you going to do with Ohtani? Are you going to re-sign him? Are you going to give him the stupidest contract ever, and people are going to be mad at you? Or you're going to let him go, but like just save all that money and just save all that? Like it's going to be such an important job for the new owners. But is Ohtani going to stay in the West Coast or East Coast?
I think he'll probably want to stay on the West Coast. I know when he was choosing teams over here.
By the way, I wanted him for the Yankees so bad, even before he became.
But he wanted a small market team, and he wanted to be on the West Coast. Which, to be fair, if that's what he wanted, those were the rumors. Chose a perfect team for that.
Yes, even though Angels technically not small.
Does he go to a big market team now? Does he go to like the Dodgers or something like that?
Well, the teams are like the Padres. Well, first of all, how are the Padres going to afford him?
At this point, I have no clue. The Padres are like...
But they're going to try.
The Padres are summoning money out of nowhere, so...
I mean, I would love to see Ohtani, like, in the Seattle.
Yeah, But that's also a small market team. You know, if he wants to keep going with a small market team, then Seattle would be perfect.
I wonder what he wants. I really wonder... He could get the bag. That's the thing. He can get any money, and, like, he can...
If he wants it, he'll get it.
That's the thing. He goes with the Dodgers. He can market... He gets more money marketing-wise than if he goes to, like... Not Seattle. Seattle's a cool market, Like it's obviously it's not LA, not as big as popular, but
yeah. But whatever happens there, I'm so excited to see it. But
I do want to watch. I can't wait to see him though.
Let him have one more season.
Yeah, in an Angels jersey. I'm gonna watch it. Like,
one more season of putting the Angels on his back, and that'll be it.
Like I don't think they're gonna do anything. And
some other small news: Dansby Swanson, NBC Sports reported the Cubs are looking to sign the shortstop. I love Dansby Swanson, but unfortunately going to the Cubs, you probably won't be seeing him in October or anything like that.
No, I mean, the Cubs, they're rebuilding. Look, they went, that World Series is going to hold the Cubs fans off for forever.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, not forever.
Absolutely.
It's going to hold them off for at least 5 more years.
That was an incredible
team. It's been 5 years. What is it, 2016 they won?
6 years now. 6 years since.
Are you serious? Oh, my God.
I remember that. That World Series team was incredible, man. I love every single player on that team.
Oh, no, I loved everyone on that team. And the crazy deal that the Yankees did, we trade Chapman. Yeah. Then he goes in free agency, and then we sign him back, and then that's where we got Gleyber Torres in that trade actually. So
yeah, maybe we'll be seeing Dansby Swanson in a Cubs jersey soon. I don't know. In other news, Jose Abreu going from the White Sox to the Astros. Another example of the Astros
just getting better.
Spending money, even after they've won the World Series, they know you have to keep spending. The Astros are not spending like the Yankees or the Padres, but they're still spending.
But I mean, they just won the World Series, and even as a Yankee fan, we did Cy Rodon, which is a great piece for starting pitching. Our biggest issue is that we don't hit in the playoffs. Our bats go cold. Like, our issue wasn't, like, Cole pitched well in the playoffs. He pitched very well.
That's unfortunately what you can't really sign a specific player for that, though.
No, that's the thing. It's more of a team thing, and we could sign more bats, which I really want. I want the Yankees to sign Andrew Benintendi. He was with us last year, but he's asking for too much. I heard there's a lot of reports he's asking a lot of money. He would be.
I think a smaller market team will probably pay that, though. I think something like obviously the Royals could pay something like that. I mean,
you played for the Royals.
Yeah, but that's why if he's asking for a huge amount of money like that, I think he'll go to a smaller team.
I would love to have him because he would great glove.
I don't see them re-signing him because
no, I want to. I don't see us either. Yeah. To be honest, as well.
He's asking for way too much money for the Yankees to want to sign him.
Yeah, because I don't think. We can't. I mean, I don't think we could. I want us to make a big trade.
But if you don't have Benintendi though, who do you think should be your leadoff hitter?
That's what I mean. I don't know. And it's not be Judge. You want your Judge in your second or third spot. You want him to be a parrot. He's a parrot. You don't want him to be in the leadoff spot. So, I mean, Boone was doing some crazy things. He was putting like Harrison Bader, at leadoff spot. Like it was getting desperate. I mean, but that's the thing. Astros they're not doing anything crazy. But they did lose Verlander, so that's going to be a big thing because he was their ace, So I wonder how that's going to affect them.
Maybe they go and try to sign someone else, but I don't know who else starting pitchers are still on free agency.
I don't think anyone crazy.
They're going to have to trade for somebody. It looks like.
But first of all, the Astros they swept the Yankees. They're so much better than us.
They are.
And yeah, they won in 6 games, but like they were just a better team. They're still probably the favorites. They are the favorites. They're favorites.
I'm not gonna lie, Astros, they kind of babysit you guys.
Well, they are. Yeah, the favorites are still the Astros, Dodgers, Braves. You know, the usuals, and then obviously we're in there. The Mets now.
In other news, some things stay consistent. It's the Cubs trading away their best players. Wilson Contreras going to the Cardinals. Good signing for the Cardinals, a 5-year deal for them. I still don't see them making any serious playoff push, but I just want to bring that up. You know, the Cubs still trading away some of their best players. The Cardinals had a relatively quiet year last year. They didn't do a whole lot.
Quiet year, they won 93 games.
Yeah.
They won the division.
Yeah. Won the division.
Well, I mean, that division is nothing crazy. When you get the Pirates, Reds, and Cubs, I mean, those 3 teams are they're in the rebuild phase, you could say. I mean,
I'm going to be honest, I forgot that they made the playoffs.
They lost against the Phillies.
Oh, I remember that.
It was a wild card. Yeah, they won the division. They were favored. They won 93 games. They were a very good team.
Yes, I forgot about that. It was that was not a great division, though.
No, it's not. No, the Brewers are. It should have been. It's between them and St. Louis. I think next year. I don't think only one team makes it out of that division. Yeah. Like the National League East, those 3 teams are making it out.
Well, now I'm looking at that trade now. It actually looks a lot better for the Cardinals now, and they haven't been really letting many people go. So.
No, the Cardinals are. They're not World Series favorites. They're not in the Dodgers territory, but they're just below that, I think.
You could see them in the NLCS, to be honest, this year.
Yeah.
It's because they'll definitely win this division, and then who they face in the next round?
Like the Padres or Mets, Phillies or Braves.
Mm-hmm. No, that's actually a really good move for them to get a catcher like that.
Well, that's why I love baseball, though. Really not that many teams make the playoffs.
No, you can narrow it down pretty easily about.
Like it's not like basketball. Basketball, everyone makes the playoffs. Yeah.
But based on these free agent signings, who do you think? What division do you think is the best?
It's still got to be the National League East, probably. Just those top 3 teams. I mean, the Phillies came 3rd in the division, but they almost won the World Series. The Braves are still going to be the Braves. They're really good. And the Mets, I think, are still... The Mets are going to be good. They're going to be good. They might but they're going to make the playoffs.
I'm going to be honest. I still think the AL East probably looks
I mean,
good.
It depends how...
And even the NL West as well.
Yeah, well, it depends what the Rays do. I mean, the Rays obviously are not going to sign anyone big. They're not a big market. But the Rays are always going to be good. They have a great farm system, and they know how to just do nothing out of something. Create something.
Yeah. All of these teams you could see potentially going above 500 in the AL East.
Yeah.
Obviously, not all of them will. But even last year, there was only one team below 500, and it was unfortunately the Red Sox. But that was a really good
and the Orioles.
Yeah. No, the Orioles were above 500.
Oh, yeah.
They were above 500.
I'm telling you, Orioles, I'm really nervous because, like, in 2 years, I think they're going to be really good.
Their farm system, just all those first overall picks.
They're going to have to hit on a couple of those picks, right?
What about the Diamondbacks, though? They might be good.
Diamondbacks.
They've been really bad for a long time.
I mean, they were decent last year.
74
wins. Is bad. I mean, the team that's going to be... The Pirates have a really bad... Really bad... They're really bad, but they have a good farm system. I like their young prospects.
Yeah, they have a lot of prospects on the Pirates.
Yeah.
But if you choose the NL West as your best division, you're citing 3 teams and 3 teams only, and not even mentioning the other 2 teams.
Well, the Giants, I wonder how the Giants are going to be because, like, they were 500 last year. Well, 2 years ago in 2021, they were they the second best?
They were the top team in the West.
Yeah, they were. Right? Okay, yeah, they were. They won the division. They lost to the Dodgers, but that was a crazy series.
That was the best team in baseball in the regular season.
And then they came out of nowhere. That was a crazy team. So I wonder how that's going to be. But yeah, that's.
What are your projections for the NL West? Who do you think finishes the top of that division?
The Dodgers.
Dodgers? I'm going. I think
you can make a case for the Padres.
I'm going to say the Padres finish first, Dodgers second, and then Giants third.
Okay.
And when it comes to some of the other divisions, how about the AL East? Who finishes first in that one?
It's going to be the Braves.
AL East.
Oh, the AL East?
Yeah.
Oh, it's going to be
we'll get to the NL East in a minute.
It's going to be the Yankees. It's going to be us. I think the Blue Jays are going to fight it out with us, but I think it's going to be close. Us and the Blue Jays.
This is my optimistic pick. Yankees first, Blue Jays second, Rays third, Red Sox fourth, Orioles fifth. That's my optimistic pick for the Red Sox.
It's very optimistic because I think the Red Sox are going to be in last. I'm going to be honest. Sorry.
Probably.
And the Orioles are going to be good, man. I'm telling you. Watch out for them. And the Rays, you can never count out the Rays. Like, I don't think they're going to do anything big or crazy, but...
and then the last big division that has a lot of question marks about it, the NL East. Who finishes top of that?
The Braves, Mets. You can make I guess. Well, I wonder are the Padres because everyone kind of has that World Series hangover or the championship hangover.
Yeah.
Even if you don't win it, but once you get to the final, usually teams always like slow down.
For me, I think the Phillies have kept it up. I think the Phillies finished first in that one.
They put a lot of pressure. Yeah, they're signing players and stuff. So.
Braves second, and then Mets third, and I think that's how. And then I'll go Marlins fourth and Nationals fifth in that division. That's my prediction for that one. But the Phillies could very well blow up. You never know. I don't know what the Phillies are going to do. They could get the championship hangover and start off very poorly. Yeah. But either way, if they start poorly or start well, I hope they can pick it up. So.
Yeah. All right. Well, sounds good.
Mm-hmm. Thank you guys so much for listening in today. We got plenty more coming later on, and thank you guys so much.
Thank you.